to generate leads through content marketing and turn them into buyers. So this is what we are going to talk about in this Instagram Live. We thought that it was really important to cover this subject, mainly because small businesses, of course, like any businesses, create content and online content. But for these small businesses, creating content can be a big ask and require quite a lot of effort for that. So the whole idea here tonight is to help you to understand a little bit better the importance of content marketing, the different also mistake we can see that many businesses are doing, and essentially having this more reactive approach to content marketing instead of having a strategic approach. And because from it, so that's why today I invited our special guest, who is Erika Rodriguez. She is the founder of Nadi Marketing, and she helps eco businesses, small businesses, helping with their content marketing, SEO, social media, and she's just been amazing. She gets so many really good reviews online, so that's why I thought she was a perfect guest to talk about this subject. Hi, Erika. Nice to have you tonight.
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Really well.
Okay, good. Very nice to see you.
Yes. So can you tell us a little bit more about the importance of having a content strategy?
Yeah, of course. So with content strategy, with any kind of marketing plan, we want to make sure that we have a plan beforehand. We don't want to start reacting to things. So especially with social media, I see that a lot of people are just posting reactively. So meaning that, you are posting maybe just when you remember to post,
Yes.
Honestly. And it might be that, that some small businesses, it might be just themselves. They're a one-person team, and social media might be on, the back burner. It's not something that they think about. Or marketing also is not what they think about. They think about their business operations. They're thinking, how can they increase sales? But of course, marketing, content strategy, it goes hand in hand. And so when you're looking at people's websites, when you're looking at their blog posts, when you're looking at their emails that they're sending, the things that they're posting on social media, everything, that's all copywriting. That's all, it has to come with content. And we're trying to be strategic with that content. And so planning ahead definitely is one of the things that we'll be talking about too.
So do you see kind of any common mistake, because you're working with a lot of eco-preneur, conscious entrepreneurs, and I'm sure you must see like always the same mistake. Can you tell us a little bit more so at least we can learn from it?
Yeah, of course. So one thing I already mentioned right now was you're posting when you remember to post. And that's just, it's adding to it that you're not posting consistently. You're posting inconsistently. And so that's one of the big, huge mistakes that I see. Two would be that, when you think about consistency, you think about maybe like I need to post 3 times a week, let's say, for social media. And then you're just posting to post. You're not thinking about the whole, each of the posts that they should have a strategy behind that. You're just posting like, let me throw it out there. Let me throw a photo out there and a post all together 3 times a week. And you're trying to, hit those marks, those benchmarks. But posting consistently means that you are putting strategy behind that and you're putting value behind each post. And then when you're posting inconsistently and you don't have a strategy, then you're missing out on the relevant content, that, let's say, like for March, for an example, March, International Women's Day is coming up. That's a huge holiday that if you are, if you're a woman-led team, you should be like praising about that. Like you should be like gung-ho, like that is something that you could put on your calendar right now. If you are, let's say your product serves women, then that should be a huge holiday, and not just the day, but the whole month, because it's Women's History Month. You should be posting about that. So just like taking that, and those are just kind of like those low-hanging fruits of those national holidays, but you might be missing that because you don't have a content calendar or a strategy behind that. And then the third would be that, you know, you're just posting a post. So then you have, as a result, you're seeing low engagement. You're probably not seeing any, increases in followership, no sales from social media, and you're questioning, does social media work?
And so from that, do you have any kind of advice for us to implement straight away?
Yeah, of course. So one thing you could do, I would say, is get a content calendar, especially for all your content. Lay it out in a content calendar, and it helps. Just take probably 30 minutes to plan out your next month, I would say. Once you start and you have a content calendar, then you could look strategically about your content pillars. And so what do I mean by content pillars? You create them for your business. I would say only focus on maybe 3 to 4 content pillars. That can be anywhere from like educate. You want to educate your audience on a certain product, on a certain service, on a certain maybe lifestyle that you're creating for your brand. Storytelling could be another one. Mindset. A lot of people, especially with like entrepreneurs and everything, it's all about like that mindset grind. And so that could be like a content pillar that you constantly talk about and give tips and everything. And then maybe a business could be one of them. So for example, for mine are digital marketing tips that you can see on my social media, sustainable business practices that I give, and then I focus on small business and entrepreneurship. So those are my 3 content pillars. So I would definitely encourage people, again, focus on 3 to 4 content pillars. And then after that, once you have your content planned, you can start batching your work. So instead of focusing on posting maybe, at the moment, start thinking about taking maybe one day and all of your content for that month, do all of the captions and copywriting and get the creative and start scheduling it, because that's going to save you time and you're going to be strategic about your content. So those are probably my 3 tips that I would say.
Yeah, I mean, this makes such a difference. Instead of always being reactive or remembering, as you just said, this, and at least you have this peace of mind. This is all planned, it's already. Then you can just focus, as you said at the beginning, your sales or whatever else you have to do, even more when you're starting, because you're doing everything. So,
definitely.
Yeah, I think it's so important. But it's sad to say that it's not many entrepreneurs who know that and keep just kind of doing this reaction instead of strategic approach.
Right. Yeah, they're focusing on reacting post.
Yes, right. Yeah. And that's why they don't see much success from it, and they spend so much time, but they don't generate leads, or they don't generate any buyers. But so if we have to remember what would be your 5 top tips that for us we would have to remember, or any additional insight?
Yeah, so I'll give you guys some additional insight. So especially for social media, because we're on Instagram Live, I want to give you guys some more tips. So with creating content for social media, I would say 1, for every single post that you're doing, or reel or video, anything on Instagram, ask a question for further engagement. So ask a question for your audience, so then they can engage with you more in the comments. Once you get more comments, you have to comment on every single comment. Does that make sense? Yes. You need to respond to every single comment, because that is going to give you more comments, and then that's going to boost up your posts with the algorithms. Another one, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, you can also sometimes, for me, not always, not on all of my posts, but sometimes after you can even start some conversation with some of people after you just start a small conversation, and it's really nice. It's not just after thinking about, I need just to reply to a comment, but after also, you start this conversation and learn more about your followers, and sometime after you also can give you new ideas for new content posts. And for me, every time I do an Instagram live or post kind of anything, and I start having this conversation, I'm like, if you like this content, this topic, and or if you like us to cover any other topic, please let us know. And sometimes some people, they're like, oh yeah, I would love to hear about XYZ. So yeah,
Right.
I think
Love
it's
that. Yeah,
great.
exactly. So again, don't just comment or don't just respond or comment just to do it. Do it for building those connections. I mean, that's what you're
Yeah.
trying to do with social media. You're trying to build those connections with your audience. Then, once you get that, then they're going to get to know you. They're going to get to know your business, and not in a salesy way, but more genuine way that they're going to trust you. And once they trust you, then that leads to sales. That leads to people coming to you for when they have those questions or they have those opportunities to hire you, and you want them to come to you. A second thing I would say would be add a call to action to every post. So that could be the question, or it could be like save this post for later, because once you tell them to save it, that's going to boost up with the algorithms. You can say discover more in my blog. So then they're going to your website, or maybe tag a friend who can relate to this post or that needs this advice or something. Because then once they tag, again, that's more comments, and we already know about that. So another thing I would say is remember hashtags. Hashtags, everyone just doesn't remember them, but you can post up to 30 hashtags in a post. And then for the story, I think it's 10, but those are obviously there for further engagement, for more reach. And so with the hashtag, create a hashtag strategy for every single post. And again, what I would say is change it up a bit. Don't just use the exact same hashtags, because the same people are going to use those hashtags and then you won't grow. You need to start building different pillars, pretty much like the content pillars of those people and those audiences and everything that you're talking about. Put those to the hashtags. I would say, yeah, I think those are it right now. If you do have any more questions, I'm always willing to answer them in the comments as well.
For me, what I wanted just to add on when you're saying about the comment, please, guys, don't just put emojis. Just write, as Erika
Right.
said, just add value. Even if either it's your page, your content, and someone is writing a content, please engage, like not just emoji. Or if you write a comment into someone else's page, also it's visibility for you. So don't just write emoji. It doesn't mean anything unless it's a really close friend, and then great. But otherwise, just bring value. So
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. I would say one more thing too is that if you guys haven't been on video, try it, because everyone is consuming content differently. And so how is your audience consuming all that content? If they're on Instagram, I bet you that they are looking at videos, they're watching videos, and then they are watching Instagram Reels. So what do you guys need to do? You guys need to produce that content. So if you haven't tried Instagram Reels, definitely try it. That would be my last advice.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Erika, for all of this amazing advice. I think it's been just amazing. In less than 20 minutes, you packed with so many good advice for us to implement. You did it within the time frame, which is amazing. But if we want, if for us it's just kind of overwhelming, all of that, and still like, even if your advice are just great, but it's just too much and we need support. So where can we find you?
Yeah, of course. You can follow me at Nadi Marketing. So it's NADI_marketing. And then you can always find me on my website. It's nadimarketing.com.
And do you have anything for us maybe on your website that can help us to start?
Yeah, of course. So on my website, if you go to resources, or if you go on my Instagram bio and click on my link, you guys will see that I'm giving away 12 free Canva Instagram templates. So if you guys don't know what Canva is, it's basically like a drag and drop, what would you say, a drag and drop that you can create like all these creatives that are super easy. It's not like Photoshop or Adobe or anything like that. Like, it's super easy to do and anyone can do it. And then you have a free account. So what I created was 12 templates that are designed specifically for sustainable businesses and entrepreneurs that are eco-minded. And then that will help you hopefully with like the batch work and stuff and save you time with creative. All you have to do is add your colors and then you're ready to go. So you can find that in the link in my bio. And then you can make sure to check out my content calendar as well, because I have those as templates.
Yeah, no, I think it would be really, really good for everyone listening. I think just go and check Erika's website, because even if you are good in design or you are not, I mean, a template can save you so much time, plus
So much
content
time.
calendar.
Yep.
Yeah, just go on Erika's website, it's all free, you can download this, and after, just get in touch with her if you need any more support, or if you have any more questions, just drop them below when we publish this live. So anyway, thanks a lot, Erika, for your time, for all of your advice. And you guys, if you have any questions, please, again, drop them in the comment below, and we'll be happy to follow up and on to another live. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome.
Thanks, Erika.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.